It's the version of Porsche's updated for 2017 and newly turbo-fied entry-level sports car with a fixed roof, a 350 horsepower engine, and a 6-speed manual transmission. Along with its 718 Boxster convertible sibling, the 718 Cayman Coupe offers one of the purest driving experiences available in any sports car, including within Porsche's own stable. As part of a lineup-wide redo, the 17 Cayman S received quicker steering from the 911 Turbo, firmer suspension tuning, bigger brakes from the 911 Carrera, and fresh sheet metal nearly everywhere, as well as a turbocharged 2.5-liter flat 4 in place of the prior car's naturally aspirated 3.4-liter flat 6. Output increased by 25 horsepower and 37 pounds-foot of torque, the latter available, usefully, some 2,600 RPM lower on the tachometer. The horsepower peak is lower too, by 900 RPM, but the maximum engine speed dropped by 300 RPM to 7,500. The Sapphire Blue Cayman S we drove for this review started at $67,350 before roughly $15,000 in options. Why we tested it, and how it performed. We've already tested the latest manual and automatic non-S Caymans as well as the automatic equipped S, and the circle demanded completion. Given the launch control function and lightning-fast shifts of Porsche's dual-clutch PDK transmission, it's perhaps no surprise that the quickest Caymans are the automatics, with a base version requiring 3.9 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour, and the S just 3.6. The manual-equipped S tested here gets to 60 miles per hour 0.2 seconds quicker than the 300 horsepower, stick-shifted base car, 4.1 versus 4.3. So, yeah, none of these cars are slow. They're also all tenacious handlers, a trait best enjoyed by your adrenal glands, but quantified in our data by skipping performances that fall between 1.00 and 1.04 grams, with this S manual being the stickiest. Braking distances from 70 miles per hour. Our Ratina stretching too, falling between 141 and 146 feet. This S stopped in 145. We've also run 3 of the lot on our 75-mile-per-hour highway fuel economy loop, and it turns out the Cayman is relatively efficient in such situations. This S manual achieved 29 miles per gallon. Not too shabby, but a number that few on our staff, except the poor soul who cruised for hours, will experience in a Cayman. The rest of us were too busy caning the thing within an inch of its life, as the 19 miles per gallon we averaged overall will attest. What we like? Well, we like pretty much everything about the Cayman S and its siblings. There's a reason they've become mainstays of our 10 Best Cars awards. The chassis begs to be poured into a corner, there's sublime mid-engine balance and communication at the limit, and the ride is livable in most every situation. Plus, with 15 cubic feet of cargo space split between the front trunk and the hatchback area, the Cayman is better suited than most sports cars for both daily driving and long road trips. But forget commutes or traffic slogs, this is a car that's all about living in the moment. The harmonious feel of the primary controls fosters an almost spiritual connection between the car and its driver, and with turbocharged torque available all over the tach, the Cayman S simply hauls ass. The steering, shifter, and clutch are nearly perfect in terms of tactility, response, and weight. They're substantial and responsive, but not falsely heavy or twitchy, unlike in many other sporty cars, where marketers seemingly dictated the feel. If you're going to hammer on this car on back roads or on a racetrack, it's hard to argue with our test car's PASM Sport suspension, $2,070, with its lower ride height, or the $1,320 Porsche torque vectoring, which teams individual rear-wheel braking, and a mechanical limited slip differential to give the Cayman an even sharper appetite for corner apexes. What we don't like, this car oozes with all the dynamism one expects from a Porsche, but it's hard not to consider saving $13,000-ish and getting a base Cayman with a manual. That model's performance numbers aren't that far off those of the S, and it offers most of the same options outside of a few higher performance goodies such as the PASM Sport system. While we understand there's lots of profit in Porsche's a la carte options model, and a lot of consumer appeal to ordering a very specific car, items like heating, $530, and ventilation, $730, for the seats, navigation, $1,730, and auto-dimming mirrors, $690, and power seat adjustment, $800 for two-way sport seats plus. All of which were among the extras fitted to our car, really should be included on anything that starts north of 65 grand. Finally, the transition to forced induction has seen the engine sound become less euphoric and more auric. The 718 Cayman S still sounds great on the low end, where the mechanical goodness of the flat engine layout shines through, but at higher RPM there's more groaning and whooshing than in older Caymans. That's with the $2,540 Sport exhaust. The car is even less orally satisfying without it.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.